There's our wind barb. Hello guys. There's the tank tracks. Alright guys, so we had a little bit of a storm, as you can see. It just ripped the one side of the tent here completely from top to bottom. Not so awesome, but yeah, I think we soon have to make a real garage out of this tent. I think it's been standing for something like 5 years or something. Hello there guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome to Survival Russia. Today we are having a 13-year-old birthday on our channel here. I say our channel because it's ours, right? I started it, but it would not be much of a channel without you guys, right? Some of you guys have been here on the channel for all the 13 years. And yes, I was not really aware that the channel had 13-year-old birthday today. I had plans for another video, but that's a review. And I don't want to post a review on my channel's 13-year-old birthday or our channel's 13-year-old birthday. But guys, stay with me. I'm not gonna make it too long. I just want to hang out a little bit with you guys and explain a little bit about this and that. Maybe I'll think we're going to reply to some of the more negatively loaded comments I had over time. Negatively loaded in the sense that they didn't make much sense from an outdoors perspective and so on, so on. So behind me we have a wind barb. And yes, we had a minor storm, as you could see. The wind barb here I set up because I wanted to address one issue with wind on the open space versus wind in the forest. So before we move further on in that direction, the homestead is in that direction, right? Thank you to you guys who've been supporting the channel. It's really awesome of you. I hope that the demonetization of Russia will end soon, of course. And yeah, if you want to donate a birthday present to the channel, you'll be very welcome. There's links in the description to that. Thank you very much to, and in a pinned comment of course, and thank you very much to Jerry. Jerry, you supported the channel in a substantial way. That's really awesome, because I have some side projects running, I have some expenses on the channel of course. Maybe you don't know and don't think so, but that's actually how it is. But anyway guys, links in the description. Let's move on. It's a little bit windy. Not that windy, as you can see. Not as windy as I wanted it to be, but the storm was in the middle of the night. It actually woke me up in the house. It was pretty crazy. My plan with this wind barb here was to demonstrate out here on the field. Make a very small fire down there. Bring it into the forest. That's my forest, that's our forest. We also have forest out there, which is ours. But anyway, I want to bring it in to the forest so you can see the difference. But that's like a hard wind. So the wind thing there of course relates to the video I made with the Siberian log fire, in which I said that it possibly, probably, perhaps could have saved the Dutch guy or the Belgian guy's life who died up in northern Sweden. And I got many comments on, but have you ever started a fire in a storm? What if it was in an open space and all that funky stuff? It doesn't really tell us much right now, other than this is not what it looks like out on the field, right? And we still have open space there. The field is right out there. So yes, I think it potentially could have saved him, because there's a lot less wind in the forest, as I've said many times. On the forest floor, of course, it's a breeze when it's a hard wind, but I will of course not go to the forest in a super tough storm, even if it's daylight, just to prove a point, because as I also have written or responded to people, I mean, we're here in a hard storm, a tree might fall on us. That's a situation we simply cannot do anything about, but we can do something about freezing to death in a forested area, that's for sure. The reason I want to reply to some of these comments, and hopefully you guys are listening, is not that I want to bitch on people or anything like that, but I can see that some people, and I will tell you right now, or demonstrate now, right now, or give you examples on people who have really funky ideas about the outdoors. People who are just keyboard warriors, basically, or don't really understand what it's about to be in the forest, really. But anyway, have a lot of good ideas and a lot of critiques on how things could be done better, even they don't know what the hell they're talking about. So, next up here is the Siberian log fire again. Ah, she's awesome. Good doggy. Good doggy. Good doggy, yeah. Anyway, so Siberian log fire. One guy was not really a negative comment. He just mentioned that you have to be very strong, or you have to be strong to make this fire. Of course, you have to carry logs or transport logs, whatever, not too far. The closer the better, right? But anyway, yes, for survival especially, it's a very good idea to be in as good shape as possible. That's why I work out every day. Still. And yeah, second comment. That was a really funky comment. That was really recently. Siberian log fire is a waste of firewood because it's much more economical to build a log cabin and then use much less wood to heat the log cabin in a stove. Well, yeah, that is certainly correct. But first of all, you don't build log cabins out of dead standing wood because they're full of larvae and worms and all sorts of stuff, right? You make them from fresh wood. Second of all, it's not really feasible to make a log cabin in a few hours just because you need to stay warm, right? So I don't know what that was about. And third of all, now we are doubting that the Siberian natives, which have been living on the tundra and forest for thousands of years, actually have come up with a less efficient way to burn wood. How they make it is with a pine or tamarack or whatever, not with birch, of course. But anyway, they would have a long piece of a log laying on the ground, and they will have long logs as top logs. So long base log, long top logs, and a lot of them. But there are of course also multiple people who can transport them, right? So what they do is that when the top log burns out, they will remove the base log burns out, remove top logs, slide the base log forwards, lay the top logs down, and it will go burn again for 12, 14, 16, 18 hours, depending on how thick the base log is, right? Because as long as the base log burns, you just have to slide the top logs forwards, right? But it's a little bit of a smoky fire, but it's really good at keeping away mosquitoes in the summer as well, and really good in the rain. I have shown that, but I most likely want to show that again. So next up was a funny one, or a funky one, you can say. I have no real experience in sleeping outdoors. I've had some comments, from my winter overnighters in minus this and that. Minus 15, minus 20, 25, 27, 31. I mean, I've been camping out in the forest with minimal equipment many times, right? But the funkiest one was a Norwegian guy who said I was doing everything wrong because he was sleeping out many times on his balcony in his apartment, where he was just wearing wool socks and wrap himself in a wool blanket and so on, and he would sleep like a baby and so on. Yes, okay. Fine. Also some, I guess from Canadian Defense Force, or what are they called? It's not the Canadian Army, is it? I mean from US Army as well, saying that I'm doing it all wrong, I have too much clothes on, and I have to say, I know how you do it in the military. You strip down to your base layers and your body heat will warm up your back and all that good stuff, right? But I'm alone. Right, I don't have 40 or 30 guys around me with firearms and 2 watchouts and all that good stuff, right? I'm just me, I'm alone. And I have a fire. You don't have that in the military, right? And I have a fire, so I don't need to strip down to my base layer. I don't want to potentially defend myself against a moose or something like this in the forest, or for some other reason have to getting up fast and stand in my base layer just because I want to do it correct according to how you do it in the military. I'm pretty fine with how I'm doing it. It works. All right, guys. So I'm not gonna bore you more with the weird comments and all that good stuff. But outside of YouTube, I've been working on something. I've actually been spending some funds on setting up something, which I will, of course, keep you updated on very soon. But YouTube, it's of course the place But nothing wrong with making some new sauce. It's gonna be it's an awesome project. It's completely different than from YouTube, but more about that later. Also, I think I have some interesting videos coming up. I have some good plans, but today was not the day. Guys, please check links in the description. Please consider supporting the channel and all that good stuff. And until next time, get out and train, get it done, do something awesome. I'll see you in the next video, guys. Thank you very much for your time and happy birthday.